Hi everybody, I'm J-Man, and this is Gran Turismo Sport, the real driving simulator. Driving, that's fun. Before we drive though, let's look at some things that we can drive for in our life. This is from Psalm 2, verse 11. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. I want to let that sink in for a little bit. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. So what does that mean? This one I actually have some thoughts on. Not a lot. I do want to focus on racing. But I don't even know, what am I doing? 5 laps? Okay. Fear. I kind of want to talk about fear because a lot of people hear fear and they think horror. They think scared. They think discomfort. And I don't think that fear is as horrifying as it seems. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that fear is scary. I think that the trembling part is telling of what we should think about fear. But fear, in and of itself, is actually not... It's a respectful scary. It's not a... There's a monster out to get me kind of scary. It's a... Because I respect you, I fear you. It's more like the way you should see your boss. You should have a healthy respect for your boss. And I think it's those two words put together, a healthy respect for somebody or something. If you have a healthy respect for your boss, then you're going to want to do your job to the best of your ability. You still may not do it to the best that it can be done, but you'll want to do it to the best of your ability. You want to present the best of your efforts that you can put out. And that is how I see when we talk about fear in Scripture. Serve the Lord with fear. Serve the Lord with a healthy respect. Because the Lord, God, deserves your respect. God deserves you to deserves to be treated, has earned the right. If I can say it right, it's like it's right there. I want to say it. I know what I'm thinking. God deserves to be respected. And a healthy respect isn't, okay, I respect you, respect, bro. No, there's more to it, because the second part of the verse that says, what's it say exactly? Rejoice with trembling. The trembling is how we know that the respect is healthy. That it's not just a, okay, yeah, fear the Lord your God, okay, yeah. But it's more of a, because I fear God, I want to live my life to the best of my ability. I want to put out the best effort that I can put out. Now, let's relate that to this game. I went with a car that I just used in the Mazda Roadsters, which did really good against other Mazda Roadsters. But I'm not just going up against other Mazda Roadsters, I'm going up against a very wide variety of cars. And sure, this car did great against the Mazda Roadsters, but now I'm going up against cars that aren't Mazda Roadsters. This car isn't doing terrible, but if I was putting together my best effort with the driving, I would already be second or third by now, based on how I've raced in other races. Now, I understand this isn't other races, this is different. Okay, fair enough. But that doesn't mean that because I chose this car, I wasn't putting forward my best effort. Now, to be fair, I did not know exactly what I was getting myself into when I started this series of races. So, I went with the best that I could come up with. And I will not say that I think that I'm doing terribly, because I am in 5th place when I started in 16th. And there's about 2 more laps to go. I've got a chance at catching up with the other 2 cars, or 2 cars, the other 4 cars, and I was at one point 20 seconds behind that first place car. Now, I'm still more than 10 seconds behind that first place car, and I've still got a ways to go, but I've also been improving, at least on this race. It looks like every single lap I've gone a little bit faster. So, yes and no to my success being a possibility, but not necessarily. I would not say anything is guaranteed right now. And even if I do win, I would not at all say that I put my best effort out to win. Partly because I distracted myself by thinking about what is fear and trembling as far as what this verse is saying. Partly because I didn't pay attention to what kind of car exactly I was going to need to be successful in this race. However, I am not going to sneeze or shake a stick at 4th. If the race ended right now, and I ended this race in 4th, coming from 16th to 4th, extremely impressive, and it looks like I'm on my way to still doing better than I expected to if everything continues at the rate that it's going. But that's an estimate, not a reality. Right now, I'm not entirely sure what the reality is, and I've actually slowed down from catching up with those cars. Didn't get my best lap. So there's a little bit of stuff going on there that makes it more difficult to tell exactly how this race could go. And we are on that last lap. I do believe that this car was a poor choice, but that I've got other cars in this race series that we can test out. Maybe what we'll do is we'll step away from the Mazdas for this race series, saying that, okay, we tried a Mazda, it didn't work as well as we had hoped. What are the other options? And that's kind of just how we should look at it right there. Whoa, I did that. Now we'll come back to this track later. Probably once we found the sweet spot car. The car that is dominant in this racing series. But we might also come back either after we've gone through all the tracks on this series and lost them all, or gone through all the tracks and won the rest, or lost the rest, gone off and done a different series, and then come back to this series to see what we can do. I haven't decided on that yet, and I don't really know what decisions I need to make for that quite yet. It is still fairly early. Looks like we will get at the best 4th, and also looks like we are in the best position to be successful at 4th. I am not going to complain about 4th, because remember, we started off at the very back 16th. This car was clearly a handicap. We got 20% more experience and 20% more cash because we used a vehicle that was handicapped and did better than was expected, did better than we should have. We had a healthy respect for that track, but we didn't have the healthiest respect for that track. Now, what other options do we have? Well, there's another Mazda right here. That's a Honda. We got a Nissan. Now, we're going to have to change the horsepower, and I don't know by how much. And I don't know what the horsepower on the Mazda that we were just using was. Wow. Okay. 394. Okay, let's make sure everything else fits with our standards. Okay, cool. Let's try it. So we're going to put a Mazda in this time. And now that I've talked about the verse a little bit, I've got a healthy respect for this racing series. And I came in too cocky. I came in expecting the win. And that's okay. That happens. You know, especially when you saw just how well we were doing, it makes it easy to just be all like, yeah, I got this, no problem. This is in the bag. And then I realized that I didn't have it. I was way off. So let's see how we do on this track. It's another short track. We got another 5 laps on this one. So we'll see. See what happens here. I'm going to focus on driving, though, because we did lose that last race. I've got things I want to say, though. I'm not just going to just drive. Oh, wow. Look at all that. Okay. This already feels better because it feels like I can keep up with some of these cars in the back. Oh, and I know that with the Mazda that we were just in, even with the cars in the back, we had trouble keeping up with them and getting to a point where we could be closer to the next car and kind of playing a little bit of leapfrog, and that is not what we want. We know that getting off track leads to leapfrogging. We also know that a straightaway yields better results for speed and moving forward. We also know that turning works best when you slow it down. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Getting some better movement on this track. Got a nice tight turn here. Alright, followed by a nice wide turn right after. Okay. It's not really a wide turn, it just kind of, there we go, there's the actual turn. And then we're back to a tight turn. Okay, good. I feel so much better in this car. Just feeling like this car actually wants to win. Whoa, hi. And then feeling the speed that this car brings. I didn't really feel speed in the last car, and see, this one we're already about 12 seconds behind that lead car, which it took us a little while to get there, and then that's kind of where we stayed with the Mazda. So, yeah, definitely having a chance to look at the other cars and to see, well, which one works? Why do I want to use this other car? What's the benefit of this particular car? Now, I will say, weight-wise, this Mazda is not the best. However, I've also seen cars that have poor weight that have been very successful, not because they have a lot of weight, but because the weight pulled them better around the track. Not that I want to have a heavier car, because that does cause it to slow down. And you can see the confusion that brings. Now, this is where we're struggling, because we're still behind and not getting anywhere closer, which of course leads me to was the Nissan. Not the best choice. And there we go, the exact same spot. You even see where our tire marks were the last time. But no, we did kind of leapfrog, because I think we'd gotten past Medina. That's okay. That's okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I looked at the camera. Alright, well, we may have to find another car between this, or what we might have to do, we might just have to buy a new car. But that's getting too far ahead of ourselves right now. So let's focus on keeping our eyes on the prize, which right now, keeping our eyes on the prize is simply focusing on this race. And without getting too far ahead of ourselves, let's focus on completing the lap that we're in. We're not trying to get ahead of other vehicles. We want to, because we want to get to first place. But right now, just focus on the task at hand, and let's put it into bite-sized pieces. So we want to start with completing a lap. So that's what we're starting with right now. We just want to complete the next lap. Oh, that was a good turn. Okay. We didn't accelerate back again fast enough. Whoa. I don't know what just happened. I really don't know what just happened. Okay. It looks like the game thought I tried to cheat, and so it penalized us. So, okay. Well, we completed that lap. I must have tried to cheat. I wasn't trying to cheat, but I must have tried to do something I wasn't supposed to do. And the game just said, nope. But that's okay. That's okay. We're still doing alright. I think we're doing better this race than we did last race. And if we can figure out what kind of car the lead driver has, whatever that lead car is, if we can figure out what that is, that could help us with how we race. But again, we've won races that we weren't supposed to win with handicapped cars. So, I mean, that could be another possibility too. Plus, getting fourth on the last race with a quote-unquote handicapped car also helps us out. And that does nothing for my ego, because it makes me think, hey, if I can get into fourth place or better, pretty close to, we did get to fourth though, with a handicapped car, then what are the odds that, and I just heard one of my dishes fall in near my sink. That's what I heard. So it might have gotten picked up too. You saw me shudder. But the odds that we can do better than fourth in this car, which I don't anticipate to be a handicapped car, gives me the chance to say, hey, I can still do well. Now, we just saw the three cars that are ahead of us, and they are in close proximity to each other. So if we can catch up with one of them, we can catch up with all of them. And maybe at that point we can figure out who's driving what. Maybe. I do like me the straightaways. Oh, that was even better. We learned how to control things that time. That was good. I like that. Okay, don't get off track again. Okay, I see that third place car. It got a little bit slowed down, but they're not too far ahead of us, and we've got about 2 laps to go, so we've got a chance at getting closer to these 2 cars, or 3 cars. But right now, what we want is we just want to finish this lap. I'm not worried about where I finish it. I just want to finish it. Because I really did forget to check on what kind of car they were, and I don't think I'll remember to check on that either, but I do know what cars are available and what cars I have, and this is another way for us to just kind of say, okay, so what car do we get to test? What car do we get to play with next time? And I think that's what we're going to be asking at the beginning of the next time that we do this, because I'm running out of time. This will be the last race, no matter what. Oh, wait, where am I going? Wait, where am I going? Oh, that was dumb. I just completely blanked on what I was doing and where I was. That was driver error right there. Wow. I apologize to everybody, including myself. Oof. Oh, come on, white car. That was some terrible, terrible driver error. I am embarrassed. What kind of a race car driver am I? Oh, man. Alright. Well, you know, I'm taking this as a few things. One, this is not the last lap, so I gotta remember that. Number 2, this is learning experience, and we get to continue to try new types of racing. We get to keep trying different cars, and we get to keep seeing what works and what doesn't work. And what does work is definitely paying attention to where the track is, learning how to control our turns better, and remembering that it's okay to fail. If we fail, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, and I do not want to get pulled off track and get off that sand and oh, I think I almost went into the pit. That would have been bad too. Wow. Okay. Well, here we go on our last lap. So, yeah, alright. I'm running out of things to feel like I need to say. And I don't want to keep talking about my driver error. But I don't want to laugh at myself. That's important. Okay, good. That was good. That was good. Oh. I like to go off track right there, apparently. I cannot lie. Oh, I didn't. I like to go off track here, apparently. And I wasn't paying attention to needing to brake. Again, there. I'm just pedal to the metal right now because I got to catch up with cars 3, 2, and 1. Because I'm a dum-dum, apparently. No, it's okay. This is a long lap. I think we've used some of this track, but I don't think we've used it to this degree. So I'm just kind of like, wow, this is a long track. Okay, okay, good, good. I'm not going to complain about fourth. Again, we started in the back, just like the last race. And if we made it to fourth again, especially if we wound up doing it again in a handicapped car, then that is just going to make my night. Alright, what do we got? Okay. So, where are we at? Oh no, don't lose control. Don't lose control at all. Okay. And fourth. Sure, I'll take fourth. Yeah, that's no big deal. That's just fine. Alright, so let's... no, it wasn't... Okay. It wasn't a handicap car, so that's good. Alright, and... let's see. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely did that. So, we got our new car now. So let's pick that up. And while we're picking that up, I want to thank you for watching. May God bless you, and remember, God loves you. And that's a Mustang. Mach 1. Nice. Nice way to end it.